In this video, I'm gonna go over what Ali Abdaal said in one of his latest videos titled How I'm Figuring Out What to Do with My Life. Then I'm gonna give you my own point of view on that topic. If we never met before, my name is Konstantinos Kifonidis. I'm 20 years old and I'm a physical therapy college student here in Greece that also loves to make YouTube videos. If you don't know Ali Abdaal, he is a medicine graduate at the University of Cambridge that is also a YouTuber, mostly focusing on productivity but also economics and tech. Starting off, let's make a brief recap of what Ali said on his video. He talked about three main techniques which he found really useful in finding out what he wants to do with his life. Technique number one was the gravestone technique. And as he said, we are basically thinking about what do we want to be written on our gravestone when we die. And of course, that depends on what were our main interests, what have we done in our life, our main job, how have we influenced the people around us, and not only career-wise, but also relationship-wise, what relationships we had with the people around us. Another way to approach the gravestone technique was thinking about what do we want to be written on our Wikipedia page. And that mostly depends, as he said, in the achievements that we have and how have we influenced the general world. Second technique is the Odyssey plan. As he said, the Odyssey plan consists of three main questions. Question number one is, what would my life look like in 5 years from now if I would continue the path that I'm currently on? Question number two is, what would my life look like in 5 years from now if I switched and took an entirely different path, maybe the one that I have as an alternative? And question number three was, what would my life look like in 5 years from now if money and people's opinion didn't play a role at all, didn't exist? To break down the third question a little more, a lot of people choose careers depending on those two main factors, money and people's opinion, in an effort of attracting the attention and also being accepted by the community. So this third question basically focuses on extracting those two factors from the decision, what do I want to do with my life? By making those three questions of the Odyssey plan and actually writing down the results that you get, you supposedly get a subjective overview of what your life would look like in the future in these three different occasions. And now you can pick and choose which one is your path. Third and last technique is the ideal ordinary week. As Ali said, here we are basically thinking and writing down what our ordinary ideal week would be in the future, let's say 3 or 5 years from now. So we basically take a calendar and we fill up every day's activities based on how we envision ourselves in the future. By doing that, we get a chance of seeing what our main interests are, seeing what we want our routine to be in the next, let's say, 5 years, and now we can kind of pick and choose what our path is and what do we want to follow. So that was a brief recap of what Ali said in his video. These were the three main techniques that supposedly will help people that have a hard time deciding their path. Now I'm going to give you my own opinion and I'm going to explain to you why I think that Ali is a bit not wrong, but I would say ambitious in his video. As Ali said in one of his previous videos, his mindset and his vision as for his future have dramatically changed over the last 5 years, and I can totally relate with him on that.
I knew I could be a doctor, I could be a vet, I could be a lawyer and an engineer, and I really didn't have much scope for what other career paths out there. I made this decision 10 years ago to go to med school. I don't want to regret sticking to that. And while I'm young and while I've got, lots of opportunities, it makes sense to take a step back and actually think, what do I actually want to do? Do I really want to stick with this decision I made at age 16, or do I want to maybe switch to something else?
In my case, 2 years ago, my life was only centered around basketball and physical therapy. I envisioned myself as a basketball player to the highest level possible that also, alongside with basketball, grows his physical therapy career. But as I grow and I gain knowledge, I gain experience, I learn new people, I start to find interest in a lot of different things, a lot of different domains, to the point where if you told me 2 years ago that my mindset would have changed so much, I wouldn't believe you. What is the point of all that? The point is that our mindset constantly grows as life goes on. And so we always end up having a new perspective of our future every 2 or 3 years. That mainly depends on what life throws at us, but also how much are we willing to expand our horizon, to expand our knowledge. So using these 3 techniques might actually help you find your path today, but that path and that perspective is probably going to be completely different in 2 or 3 years from now. And here you may ask, what am I supposed to do then? How am I supposed to make certain decisions in my life? So I always think, my life is going to be completely different in 2 or 3 years from now. So my decision right now is probably not going to be what I truly want in the future. This is not what I want you to take from this video. What I do want you to take from this video is that your decisions today are not the only factor that is going to determine your future. Our mindset constantly grows as we expose ourselves to different things, as we experience, and this is how slowly our future self is being formed. Using these 3 techniques might actually help you make a certain decision right now, but they will not help you find your true path, because you're not supposed to know your true path today. Your mind is, and my mind, is constantly changing, and so we are going to have a completely different mindset and opinion 2 or 3 years from now. This is how I see it. We're not supposed to know everything right now. To close this up, it's going to sound a little catchy, but it describes my opinion perfectly. We are not going to find our path. Our path will find us. But for that to happen, we got to chase it. We got to expose, learn, experience, meet, search. This is how our true path is going to find us. Look, I respect Ali to the fullest. This has nothing to do with throwing shade at him or something like that. He was, is, and will be one of my biggest inspirations on YouTube, and one of the main reasons why I started my own journey. His video is going to be down in the description. I would highly suggest you to go watch it, or in general visit his content. I think you can really benefit from it. A little disclaimer, I'm not referring to people that have already found their path, that are living a happy life, that are having a stable income. I'm mostly referring to people in my position, most likely without an income, college students maybe, that are now exposing to the real world, as I called it. And you can find that video if you click up here on the top right. If I don't forget, I always forget where you're supposed to click. But yeah, I'm referring to those people, to those that are now exposing and learning new stuff, trying to figure out which is going to be their path. And also, you are not supposed to agree with me. I'm talking from my own experience, and you can have a completely different opinion, which I would love to know and learn about down in the comments. I would love to get some people having different opinions and having a conversation actually. And that was it. That was it. I hope that you got some value out of this video, and as always, thank you for watching. Remember to stay positive and stay dedicated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Just the two of us.